Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to try and go through a little bit about making a Facebook ad with you guys. I'm logged into my personal Facebook account. You have to have a Facebook page to make a Facebook ad. There's so much in-depth information and so many different types of ads that you can make. You can boost a post, you can make an ad from scratch, you can make a video ad, you can make slideshow ads, you can make e-commerce ads. The sky's kind of the limit on this. But I only have so much time, so I'm going to try and click around and show you the basics, where you guys can go to get started, and then where you can go to get a little bit more information. We are in my personal Facebook account right now, so as soon as this gets flicked over, if you see anything, I do manage our company's Facebook page and our company Facebook ad, so there is a bit of information in there. So that's why you're going to see that. So from your home page, what you'll do to start on the ad thing is click the drop-down menu up here. And as you scroll, you'll see all of the different pages that I've managed. Plus, you can create pages, manage pages, create groups, new groups if you haven't seen that. And then right at the bottom here, near the bottom, you'll see Create Ads or Manage Ads. Manage Ads is the button you'll click once you have a couple of ads running in order to do some analytics for it. But right now, we're going to click Create Ads. Once you're in this section, it will take a minute to load. It'll be less time for you because I have so much in my account. You might have to set up a couple small little details or settings, a billing account before it starts letting you making ads, but the process is very, very simple. There we go. Should not take that long. Sorry about that. All right. So I'm going to show you the home page. So once you're loaded into your ads page, what you're going to see is kind of your main homepage, and it'll give you a bunch of ideas of what you want to do. So you can, if you just want awareness, so let's say you have a Facebook page and you're just like, you know what, I just want people, I want people on my Facebook, so let's say I have 500 Facebook friends, I just want those people to know that I have a business Facebook page and I want to promote that a little bit. Or you could say, I want everybody in the city of Calgary or the city of Red Deer or a specific town or district or even just a group of communities to know about me and the service. You can look at reach. There's a bunch of other ones in here as well that you guys can also click through, but the ones that you're probably going to want to use the most are brand awareness, reach, traffic, or lead generation. I'm going to click on brand awareness just to do a bit of a sample. So it'll show you right here what I've selected. So brand awareness, reach more people likely to pay attention to your ads and increase awareness for your brand. So here you can just kind of rename it. So let's say I was going to say, I'm going to put the date in here, because that's how I like to keep track of ads sometimes. So we're going to say June 19th brand ad. Click continue. And then what you're going to see is it's going to load how you're going to create the audience or the demographic that you can use to see your ad. So there's a lot of different stuff you can use here. You can create a new audience, and then once you create an audience, you can save that so you don't have to go through the fuss all the time. So you'll notice that I have a 25 to 55 audience and an inner city audience that I've specifically set up for some different ads. But there's also some easy ways to do where it's just like I want everybody who's liked my Facebook page or everybody who's liked my Facebook page plus their friends. So there's some easier ways to do it as well. So now you can decide what location you want in terms of where people are going to see your ads. And you can be broad or you can be specific. So something that would be broad would be if I were to type in Red Deer. So I could click on Red Deer, Alberta, and then it would show, do I want 25 miles surrounding Red Deer, or do I just want really just kind of the specifics of just Red Deer, and you can pick that. And then those are the people that will see your ad. The other thing that you could do is, and this would take a little bit of time, but if any of you are farming an area or just have a specific listing that you want to advertise to a certain group, you can kind of do it by address as well, but you have to do a lot of them for your ad to show up. So let's say I wanted to do Silver Springs in Northwest Calgary. So I could type in Silver Springs, Calgary, and you'll notice that a bunch of different main streets in Silver Springs, so Silver Springs Gate, Silver Springs Road, so I can start clicking these. And again, this one is a little bit time consuming, but I absolutely love it for being specific. Silver Springs Drive. And anybody in these locations, so if you're farming something, will be the only people to see your ad. So you really can get specific that way as well. For the sake of this, I'm just going to pick one area to do. So I'm going to pick Okotoks, so the city of Okotoks. And I'm going to decide that I want it to to be pretty close, so I'm going to narrow it down a little bit. So there we go. So then you can decide your age location. So let's say I am trying to target, I don't know, let's say people who might be downsizing in Okotoks. So I'm going to make my age demographic a little bit higher. So I'm going to go to maybe 55 to 65 plus, all. You could enter, I'm going to do men and women, so all. You could enter a language if you wanted. And then you could do detailed targeting, so include people who match at least one of the following. So this is where you can add different demographics, interests, or behaviors. So let's say demographics. You have to add at least one. So if I were to do demographics, I could click generation, and look how amazing that is. Baby boomers, Gen X, millennials. So let me click baby boomers. I could also say people who are, click home, household composition, member of a housemate-based household. So this might be people who their children have already left the home as well. So now what you're going to see is, depending on how specific I get, the results on the right-hand side are going to start changing. So I've made it so specific that right now my estimated reach is between 81 and 440 people who live in Okotoks. So very specific, which is great, but it might be a little bit too small. So maybe I click off that button. And let's see if I can click one more. And homeowners. So now I'm fewer than 1,000 people, but I have gone up, which is great. So let's say I'm going to keep that. But if you want to look down here, you can see how specific you can actually get, which is great. Okay. The other thing you could do is add a connection type. So if you're having a specific event, or like I said, you have a Facebook page and you want to do people who like your Facebook page or don't like your Facebook page, if you're looking for new people or people you've never met before, you can start clicking those buttons as well. So now as far as placement, where do you want your ad to go? I really like picking the automatic placement. Facebook has really great algorithms to determine where this should go. So I like clicking that button. And then as far as your budget and schedule goes, one of the things that's great about Facebook is it's actually very inexpensive to run Facebook ads. So you can see right here, you can have a very inexpensive daily budget. You could also have a lifetime budget. So I want to spend a total of this much money. And then you can decide when you would like your ad to start and when you would like your ad to end. So let's say my lifetime budget, I want it to be that, and I want my ad to run for a week. I'm going to click my buttons that way, and it'll let me know how it's going to go. So optimization for ad delivery, we've already picked brand awareness. The bid amount, so in terms of how much you pay per ad, Facebook is going to arrange that, so I don't really pay attention to that. Ad scheduling, run ads all the time or run ads on a schedule. If you wanted to run ads on a schedule, you can actually be as detailed as to when you want people to see it. I like clicking run ads all of the time. There are certain times that work best for ads. There's a lot of mornings between kind of like 7:30 and 9:30 that work really great, but I think that people, especially with mobile devices that are on Facebook enough that to make it easy, I just pick run all the time. And then delivery type, I always pick standard. So once you have your audience set, you hit continue. And then it'll come up in terms of what you want to connect your ad to. So if somebody clicks your ad, what happens? So I'm going to pick a page. So I want to connect a Facebook page, and I have a CIR Instagram page as well, which is great. And then you can determine how you want your ad to look. So do you want to have a carousel? So a carousel is great. So let's say you have 3 listings in Silver Springs that you want to promote in an ad. A carousel would let you upload an image of each one of those listings, and people can actually scroll through the different images on that ad. You can have a single image, and if you wanted to, you could have the same ad with 6 different images, so it'll kind of rotate between who will see what. You could have a video, or you could have a slideshow. If you do have a video, videos can be a little bit trickier to do. Definitely look at the rules for creating Facebook ads with videos. They have to be relatively short. There's certain file formats that they suggest. So this is a little bit trickier, but there's lots of instruction on it. And then once you get down here, I'm just going to pick, for the sake of this, just a single image. So once you're down here, it'll show you images. You can create however many you want. Do you want to use an image that you already have on your Facebook page Do you want, if you don't have any images, Facebook has some stock images you could use, or you could upload an image that you wanted as well. So once you do that, so I'm not going to go through the process of adding images, but it kind of just picked one that I had on Facebook already. But obviously for you guys, you're going to want to upload an image that's specific for your ad. And then once you get down here, it'll give you a preview of what that ad looks like. So right now it's connected to our Facebook page. It has a headline. It has an image, and then because it's connected, I have like page. If you had listings or something that you wanted it to go to, you can decide where this button goes. It gives you an option for text at the top. So I could say, proud supporters of our new charity partners, and you'll notice that that will change on the right-hand side image as soon as it has a chance to load. And if you wanted to add a website URL, so if you wanted to link this to your own website, you could just add in a website URL, and then that'll be added as well. If you want to try and direct some traffic, you can see that it'll add that as well to the bottom. So you can also add some display links, some headlines, a news feed link description. If you want to have a bit more text in an ad, you can do that. And then if you want a call to action, so contact us, learn more, request a time if you have a showing, they really make it easy for you to build this. And then as soon as you're done, you place your order and your Facebook ad is ready to go. One thing that I want to point out to you guys is if you click this top left corner where it says Ad Manager and you click Creative Hub, this is one of my favorite places to go on Facebook because it gives you a lot of different examples of cool stuff that you can do with Facebook. And this is where you can start getting really great ideas. So here's an example of a carousel ad if you wanted to get really creative where it's 3 different images that kind of lead into one. It'll let you make mock-ups. So if you just want to play around with how an ad can look and make sure that it's going to work with Facebook's guidelines, you can do all of that there as well. So love that. Canvas ad, here's another one that you can do. These are getting pretty complicated. Video as well. Example of Facebook video ads. You can look at examples and then they'll help you create some mock-ups. For just a basic image ad, again, it'll show you how that works. Now, one of the main things that you do need to be aware of when you create a Facebook ad is they have a rule where no more than 20% of the visual portion of your ad can be text. There is a rule change coming with Facebook where they may allow a little bit more of that. But one of the issues is that if they believe there's too much text, they might let it still go on where in the past they used to, but it'll say that there's going to be a very limited audience. So you can see here, if it's less than 20%, it'll run normally. If it's, call it 25%, your ads reach might be a little bit lower. If it's 30%, probably a lot lower. And if it's more than that, it probably won't run at all. There were a bunch of different marketing companies that did tests, and they looked at over 50 different ads from very, very large companies to see which ads perform the highest. And actually, the ads that have no text on the actual, let me show you one. Get inspired. So the ads that have no text whatsoever on this part of the screen performed best. So use headliners, use the description, but try not to have any text on your Facebook ads whatsoever, and they'll perform a lot better. So you'll notice here in these sections, this would be the image that was uploaded, and they chose to not put any text over top. They chose instead to just use some text here, and those ads seem to do well. But if you are concerned about about how much space is on an ad, you can click the image text checker, upload the ad that you're thinking of doing, and then Facebook will let you know how you think it's going to perform. Once you do have some ads up and running, you'll be able to see how they're performing, how many people are clicking on them by clicking on your Manage Ads section, which is right below the Create Ads. And once you're in the Manage Ads section, you'll see my backend for it. And there will be an awful lot of information running back here, but you'll be able to track your billing. You'll be able to see if you've made something inactive. If there's an ad that you really liked but you've closed, you can turn it back on again. So I do really, really like this, especially if you're doing some A/B testing, which means you have 2 different ads running at once for the same thing. You can see if one ad is being responded to more or less by how many clicks are there. So really, really intuitive. Facebook has a ton of different tools to help you with this, especially like I said in this ad manager section. So take advantage of this. On one last note, if anybody has a business page that they want to advertise from, the absolute, oh, my friend Ryan had a baby. Oh, he's so sweet. He's a hockey player in Europe now. I haven't seen him forever, but anyways, had a baby. Okay, Facebook, shiny penny. Don't go on Facebook while you're working. So if you go to your business page, any post that you make on your business page, if you want to avoid everything I just told you and you just want to click a button and have that post advertised, which is what we do an awful lot, is you can just notice at the bottom, oh my goodness. Sorry guys, I'm still getting a little bit used to my Mac. You can notice that at the bottom of all of our business pages, it says boost post. Boost post. So if you wanted to boost a post, all you have to do is click boost post and say, who do you want to see this? I typically like people who like your page and their friends. You can also go people you like through targeting, or you can pick a specific audience like you did before, budget and duration, how many people. So for me, if I wanted to do people who like their page and their friends for this specific post I posted, my budget was $40, run over 7 days, or 1 day or 14 days, however many. But for $40, they're estimating that between 6,000 and 16,000 people are going to see this post, which is really impressive. So with a few easy clicks of a button, I'm not even alternating anything. It'll show me how this is going to look. I can hit boost post, and then suddenly I have a Facebook ad running. So for anybody who's actively using your business pages, if you can create some good Facebook posts, you don't really have to worry about all that ad stuff. You can just click boost post. Financially speaking, it's cheaper to create an ad yourself, but I'd say by a couple of dollars, if that. Like, it's very, very convenient to just do this. And again, it's a bit more expensive, but it's by a couple of dollars. So hope that's helpful for you guys. And if you have any questions, Facebook has amazing tutorial videos for all of this and a lot of great how-to documents just within your own Facebook account. So give it a shot, test it out. And as far as real estate goes, if you were to Google great ideas for Facebook ads for realtors, there are so many different ways that you can connect with your demographics, your clients, potential clients, homeowners, areas you're farming. The lists are massive. Just literally type in a Google search, and you guys can get some great ideas for how you can start advertising on Facebook right away.